Welcome to the NRC LEGO Cup Series Powerade Duel number 2. As we are getting ready to go green flag racing here, Jake Blicker and Allie Ann are your front row here. If you guys don't remember, the first duel was a very exciting race. Tony Blazer came out in front with the lap traffic getting in Christian Viatoro's way. He probably thought he had the win, no doubt. But then the lap cars came and it held him back as it was Tony Blazer and Henry Nova who came out first and second. So let's hope to have some exciting racing here. 18 laps. Cloudy skies that might affect the track conditions and the speeds of this race cars. So we go green flag racing in Daytona for the second Powerade Duel, the LEGO Cup Series. See, now that outside lane got a little bit of a run. Usually it's the inside lane and they just dominate through the whole first lap. They're still side by side. And remember, we had the only caution of the other 3 duels in the first duel of the Cup Series. So that was pretty crazy. It was just Cody Moore not giving Jack Warren any room. Sorry about that. That is the 81 out in front right now. That is Derek Williams. He comes to possibly lead lap 1, and he will. Oh, Zach Danford! If Derek Williams kept just going down, he would have spun out. And none of these drivers want that. But just to give you all the stats from last week. First, obviously, was Tony Blazer, like we said in the beginning, and Henry Nova was second, and James Shelley the second finished last, unfortunately. So he will be starting 41st in the Daytona race. I just don't really have a name for it. I'm just gonna say at Daytona. Stephen Pollard the third is out in front. His relative Time Pollard crashed out last race, as he will bring the Pollards to lead a lap here. Now that is the 88 who's now in the lead, which is Nicole Williams. Like I said, I'm getting used to these names, so I'm sorry if I say, oh, the 88 of oh yeah, Nicole Williams. They are side by side going into turn number 3. Wow. So we're still double file all the way back. As now that was the 88 of Nicole Williams who will lead who will lead that lap, and not a good Daytona duels, Powerade duels for James Shelley and James Shelley the second, as they are falling back and off pace. As who is that next to him? Austin Ogo in the 80, also is not keeping up with the pace either. But who is at the fastest lap? And it is the 25 of Zachary Robinson. But can these two drivers come back up to pace and have a chance of winning this? Because you sure do not want to fall off pace here in Daytona, because it is hard to get back up to speed and whatnot when you have to work your way back up. Anyway, I was just losing my train of thought because something happened in my house. Sorry. Anyway, as we see, still Stephen Pollard the third and Nicole Williams fighting for the lead. We might have only seen one. We might just see that only caution, which was in the first LEGO Cup Series Powerade Duel. So we completed 6 laps of racing. Photo finish, and I believe that was the 88 who led that lap. Yes, it was. I was right. Yay, I was right for the first time in my life. Ah! No, serious mode. Race mode. Anyway, Nicole Williams still leading with Stephen Pollard III fighting with her. This is a pretty good race as they did catch up to the pack again. Just the tail of the field though. I think it'd be good for Stephen Pollard III to get a run on the high side so he doesn't lose the position, or at least stay side by side with Nicole Williams. So as we completed 7 laps, Stephen Pollard III led that one because of the run going into turn number 3 on that high side. Now with this weather conditions, I think turn 3 and 4 is best for the low side, or excuse me, for the high side, and then turn 1 and 2 is good for the low side, as you guys just see right now. And then down the backstretch, you see that it is better for the high side. You see Pollard will just his crew chief just probably told him, you got enough room, just head down low, and that's where you're going to be best at. So 8 laps have been complete. Stephen Pollard III out in front. So let's go back a little bit. See Dakota Brandon in the 43. I just picked a random driver. He's running about 15th at the moment. As these two drivers are still kind of falling off the pace a little bit. The 80 of Austin Ogo, they are teammates though. These two are teammates, so they might just want to work together and try and get themselves up to the front. I just don't know what seems to be the problem for them. So we'll come back up front. As it's still a fight for the lead between Nicole Williams and Stephen Pollard III. This is insanity. Will anyone try to break up this fight for the lead? Stephen Pollard III got a big run down the backstretch. Now we'll go to the low side and just to be sure that Nicole Williams will not get near him. So it's been a Stephen Pollard III and a Nicole Williams race. They have led most of the laps here. Pollard up from by 0.2 of a second over Nicole Williams. So as we completed 10 laps here, Stephen Pollard III out in front. Because I think something's up with James Shelley's car, because he seems like he falls off the pace more than Austin Ogo does. But we'll have to see as he does. They do kind of work the side draft to try and catch up to the pack. Because now it is a bump drafting situation with Nicole Williams pushing Stephen Pollard III, so they can just pull away and they can be the two drivers that are going to start in the first 2 rows. As that is the 42 of Ben Cannon trying to make a move, but I don't think he has enough. No, he does not. Oh, but as we see a tight 3 wide situation over here. That's the 11. We just got the name Katie Elizabeth, who's in a really tight situation in the middle of 3 wide situation right there with Dakota Brandon and Tony Hurd. So now as we see the 42 again trying to make a move, we'll go in helicopter mode and see if Ben can do it. Yes! Watch the right side of the car for you. See if you can actually clear him. No! Watch him get the ground cam. And camera right on the wall. And that is it. But that did not work for Ben Cannon, as Nicole Williams did take the lead back. Or did take second place back. So, 13 laps about to be completed here in the Daytona duels. Here at Daytona. I said that wrong, didn't I? The Powerade duels. It's now that it's Zach Danford getting a big slingshot from Nicole Williams, and we'll just try and slingshot her in the inside, going into turn number 2 and down the backstretch. As it's Nicole's aggressiveness in the race car is pretty high. As she does not want to give up any spots, as now they are side by side for the lead. Stephen Pollard III and Nicole Williams. Nicole Williams and that inside does get the momentum and possibly will lead this lap. Oh, but did you see the run Stephen Pollard just got? As Pollard did lead that lap. Holy crap. Pollard has a really good race car, and he could possibly win this race with ease. Oh, is Zach Danford looking to make it 3 wide? But he doesn't. The gap closed. So now it is the 81 of Derek Williams in second, with Stephen Pollard III out in front still. As I think Derek Williams might be that driver that will pass Stephen Pollard III and take the lead. Yes! But now Stephen Pollard III might even lose second. Wow. Pollard is losing all these positions now because he gave the 81 the room in order to pass him. As now the 81 of Derek Williams is out in front, but Stephen Pollard is wanting that position back. He just dove down to the inside and is going to try and be side by side with Derek Williams, and he does. He wants that position back. He wants to be the front row. He wants to be in the front row with Tony Blazier. As we approach 3 laps to go here in Daytona, as you see another photo finish right there. That was the 83 who led that lap. Let's see how close that was. I think that was about 2 thousandths of a second. 2 thousandths, what'd I say? Anyway. As it's still Stephen Pollard III, trying to fight for a second place finish for him, as now he's fallen back to 4th, as that is the 14 and the 8, the 14 of Allian and the 8 of Jake Blicker, who took 2nd and 3rd away from Pollard. So let's go back a little bit. Your pole sitter was Jake Blicker. Now they are side by side with 2 to go. Derek Williams looks like he has a spot in the bag, but you never know. But there's no lap traffic, so that could be a danger for some of these that could be a danger for someone who wants the position. As now it's getting wild in here in Daytona. As it's side by side, Allie Ann and Derek Williams. Behind them is Jake Blicker and Stephen Pollard III. Stephen Pollard III goes back up high. I think he'll possibly just go back down low. He will. He's using a pretty good strategy. These are the 4 drivers who are just out in front right now. As Jake Blicker is going to get the worst of it and will be in 4th. As its white flag is going to be out right now. The 1st and 2nd is Allie Ann and Derek Williams. Who's it going to be? Side by side for the lead. Stephen Pollard III gets enough room. They are side by side, or for 4th. Stephen Pollard III looking for a place to go. He doesn't get what he wants. He's just going behind Derek Williams, gonna try and get a run, but he can't. Allie Ann inside, then Jake Blicker next to him, or behind her. Stephen Pollard III has nowhere to go. Derek Williams is most likely going to win this race if they come down to the checkered flag. It will be Derek Williams and Allie Ann. And who finished last? And it was James Shelley. What a finish. A lot of movement, a lot of everything going on. So these were your standings. Sorry, I'm writing this down so I don't forget. And then the 14 of Ali Ann finishing second, holding off an angry Stephen Pollard III, who was just dying to get that position. So as James Shelley will finish, will start last next to his sibling or dad or no, his son, James Shelley II. I got that right. I was thinking in my head. I don't know what I was doing. But Derek Williams is your winner. Ali Ann second, Jake Blicker third, Stephen Pollard third, fourth, and Nicole Williams fifth are your top 5. And we'll see you guys in Daytona for the Lego Cup Series.